Whew. Well, let's talk to royal commentator Pandora Forsyth, who joins us now. Good to see you, Pandora. It does seem like they've never been out of the headlines.
No, it's drama non-stop all the time for them, isn't it? But then again, over on our side, it's also drama non-stop off the back of it too. The royal family have hit the headlines in good ways and bad, but hopefully the good Christmas that they're having, Sarah Ferguson is now back in the fold. It all seems to be happy families this side of the pond.
Well, I did want to ask you about Sarah Ferguson, because that's the first time in 30 years, isn't it, that she's actually been invited out on the Christmas Day walk?
Yeah, and didn't she look thrilled? I have to say, she was taking the flowers, she was taking the gifts, she was speaking to people. She definitely made herself known that she was back, and she seemed to fit in quite comfortably. This is something that obviously that she's wanted for a while, and I can imagine Beatrice and Eugenia thrilled for her, the fact that she is back in the fold now.
Is it sending a message out in that? Well, obviously, her and Andrew have always had a good relationship. However, the idea that there's all this hoo-ha about Meghan being sort of out of the fold, if you like, and losing the title, well, not losing the status as a working royal and all that sort of thing. Are they sending a message by saying, well, look, if you behave yourself, we even welcome the ex-wives in, so it's, you know, it's your fault.
Yeah.
I mean, you do make a fair enough point. Look, she's waited a long time, 30 years, and, you know, she could have done a book in this time telling all the secrets on the royal family, but she hasn't. She's, you know, she's done her own projects, her own charity bits, her own podcast, but she's never once sort of brought the royal family down in the process of it. And of course, that's not going to miss with the king. And I think the king is really trying to you know, get people on side here whilst he can, and really trying to get on with business as usual. And I'm sure it's made his brother Andrew very happy in the process, despite the fact apparently Fergie and Andrew are obviously not together, but they seem to be extremely good friends, and she is very she still does admire Andrew, despite the fact that obviously the press has been extremely mixed in the past couple of years on his coverage.
And Pandora, how do you think the family are doing? This is the first full year of King Charles's reign, but they've had challenging times, haven't they? Spare, Prince Harry's memoir, was published in January, and then recently we've had Omid Scobie's book as well. I mean, it's been a tough time for them, hasn't it, with the allegations raised in both of those books?
Yeah, a very tough time. The past few years actually have been a very tough time for them. And I think the king really did kind of want to process everything and move on from the Harry and Meghan saga. But he can't seem to really get away from it, which is quite sad. But they've very much gone with the motto of never complain, never explain, and very much carry on with business as usual and not feed into the drama of it all. But of course, there'll probably be a part of the king, despite the fact him not mentioning Harry and Meghan yesterday in his speech, that he does together. Let's hope next year perhaps they can do that. But I think we very much respect Harry and Meghan's wishes of wanting to carry on with their life on the other side. And whether they do, you know, reconcile is we'll see next year, won't we?
Yeah, before we let you go, Pandora, just have a listen to this because we want your thoughts. It's a brand new documentary looking back at what has been a very busy year for the royal family. Let's have a look.
So, do we go and get ourselves organised down there?
Yeah. Someone will always get pulled over. Morning.
There was just a really exciting moment of just getting them into that carriage the first time, and then we knew we were off.
And I thought back of, you know, being 2 years old and watching the Queen's coronation, you know, on a tiny black and white television. And there goes this golden coach with my sister in it. I can't explain the feeling because it's so surreal and this cannot be happening. Yeah, it was quite a moment.
We were ready, and we were ready to go out and face literally the world.
It's quite something, Pandora, seeing that, isn't it? Oh, and she's gone. She's so thrilled. She can't move ahead. There you go. The line went down. But I just think I was saying an hour ago, I've had enough of documentaries now.
Oh, you'll watch that one.
But I would watch that one because actually, you do. Even from that little clip, you got a sense of. Yeah, this is. I mean, we were just 100 metres from that.
Yeah.
And that moment of thinking, right, once we go through that archway, that's it. The world is there. It's
moment
fascinating.
in history, isn't it? It is absolutely fascinating and amazing to see that behind-the-scenes footage there. I was just saying to Stephen, I was like, wow, look at that. I mean, just the inside of Buckingham Palace and the robes and just, I'm definitely going to watch that. It's King Charles III, The Coronation Year. It's a new documentary. It came out yesterday and apparently it does talk a lot about the late Queen's death and then focuses on King Charles kind of transitioning into his role as king. Meant to be a very good watch. Yeah.